Hello and welcome to Night Bites. And this is actually a bit of a mix. This is partly Night Bites video, partly what would be a weapon showcase video. This is Tom Rum, and welcome to my attempt to try and do some content for Final Fantasy VII EverCrisis. So, where have I been? And where has Night been? Because you may notice there hasn't been any videos for a little bit. Essentially, I've been busy. To be very honest, I've been playing another game. I am a competitive raider in another game called Guild Wars, and I've been playing that recently. I've been playing it quite a lot, and honestly, I've been dealing with EverCrisis in the background, but I haven't put a lot of attention to it for a couple of weeks. But I finished with that grind, I got my completion, I got everything I wanted from it. So for the next 3 to 6 months, there's no new content for me in that game, so I'm back in EverCrisis and going to be making videos a lot more. Regarding Nightlight, I'm going to put a statement up on the screen so people can have a look. Feel free to pause and have a quick read of it. But the TLDR is the dude's burnt out. Like, he is burnt out from a bit of EverCrisis and from content creation as a whole. I would love if any person who sees this video to put a comment at the bottom just saying, hey, how they feel about Night and what his content has meant to them, because I have found that when you are suffering burnout, it really does help to know how people feel about the content you do, so they can, if there's a chance for them to come back, they can. And honestly, the dude deserves it. The dude's put in so much time into this game and into this channel, and I would love for people to send him a lovely message or two, just so they know what we feel for him. I think, especially for around Christmas time, it's something that everyone could do with, and Night most of all, because his job has been stressful and he's been working incredibly hard to do what he can. Right, let's get back onto the chat video. Let's get on with everything else. But again, say thanks to Night. Right, so what's changed, and what am I talking about when I say there's a new banner to discuss? Well, the last time that I reviewed this game, it was going into 2.2. We're now in 2.3. What does that mean for those who don't care? Well, it means that the Final Fantasy VI collab has ended, and now we're dealing with Christmas. Yes, Christmas has finally approached. I can hear Mariah Carey in the background singing her little song, cursing me all the way to oblivion. But for now, we're dealing with EverCrisis music, far better to listen to, in my personal opinion. Let's have a look. What's changed? Let's change this to enhanced weapon. I've got little cheat sheets to the side, so if I forget what I'm doing, I can have a look at that. Okay, you can see that we've got some new icons. They may not be super obvious that they're new, but to me, it's like glaring. We've got the yellow diamond. This is what we've seen before. You can see down here, we've got yellow diamond that's got like another 4 points on it, so yellow star. And we have green ones. What does this mean? Well, yellow is the exact same as before. It means that there's something that you can change on here. But now, specifically, it means that you can uncap the level of the weapon. So in Innocent Warrior, I have the materials to take this to level 50. I'm not going to, because personally, it's Innocent Warrior, and unless you're like a certain guild member of mine who has this at OB10, not out of choice, you're not really going to use it. So what about the other two signs? Well, if you have a yellow star, it means, hi, you can not only upgrade potentially, not that I can, because I've maxed out this weapon, but you can overboost it. Specifically, you can overboost it while using the character-specific weapon parts. I don't have enough to do this by itself. But with these, I can take this up to 200 and I can make this OB4. Now don't worry, I'm not going to do that. It just says that I have the capacity to. So you could probably guess what the green one means. So go over to Rad Canyon, because that way I can showcase it. Rad Canyon, you can see that I have enough weapon components to take this to OB9 without touching my barrett parts. So if I hit optimize, it's 200 right there. And I'll just hit that in, and it just lets us have it. Now, what if you have enough weapon parts and then it changes? Well, it will change from a green to a yellow. Now, I'm not sure if I have a weapon that I could do that with. I would actually have to have a quick look. You can still use the exchange system and figure out like, hey, I want to use this to move around, and I go, maybe I can change it with this, or I can update it with that. I'm trying to see if I've got a weapon that I could update it. Heavy Hauser would be my nearest. Crystal gloves. Let's use crystal gloves, because honestly, that is not a bad shout. And we can showcase how this works. If we go over to crystal gloves, here we go. Right now, they are green. If I hit optimize, it is going to say, hey, it's going to say green. However, if I overboost it once, and hey, that means I've taken it to overboost 6, and hey, my housemate is playing Frostpunk. That's good. You can see it's now switched to yellow. And if I optimize again, it will go, hey, you can optimize, but you're gonna have to use Tifa parts. So this is dynamically changing, and this will keep an update for you. And the level is now showing yellow because I can uncap it still if I wish to. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that. But it just goes to show that you have the capacity to do that. And honestly, this is a really good quality of life change. This has been one of the most requested changes I have seen in the game. There's a couple of others. One of them is meant to be coming any day now, which is mass overboosting. If I go back into the event, you can see that, for instance, I've got Elegor Rival here, and it's in base 5-star, but I've got 2,000 components. So I have to go max it out, overboost 1, max it out, overboost 2. Eventually, we're meant to be getting another button here or in the bottom right that allows you to click it and go, what overboost do you want to take this to? Set the number, and it's just going to do it all in one go. And I can't wait to get that. It's going to be so much easier for event weapons. I'm going to deliberately leave like these 2 weapons here. Up until then, I probably will find another one that I can overboost where I could use weapon parts as well. I'll try and test it out, and I'll find a weapon or 2 that I can do that with. And we'll test out how the mass overboost system works, because right now, one of the biggest fears is that, oh, what if it tries to use my weapon parts? So I will be testing that out on a video so people can know what's going to happen long term. What else has happened? Okay, yes, under co-op, there's a lot to go through, so apologies, this is like a little bit of a longer video. Under co-op, if you go to join a co-op now, there's now a new button in the bottom right. Let's just choose Ifrit Normal. Here, Ready Auto. If you choose on manual, you have to manually click you're ready. This is great if you're wanting to check if someone's got like the extra bonus reward that can pop up here sometimes. But if you click auto, you can just click it, hit confirm, hit match, and walk away. The game will be prepped, ready to go, and it will just let itself in as soon as you need to. No other controls need to be pressed. That's great if you just want to farm, for example. I do find this quite useful for co-op farming. We have got a new winter campaign going on. That's through the missions. Yeah, I've got some completed already, so you could have to log in for 1 day, make a purchase of the shop at 20 times. It's a lot easier than it sounds. Just purchase and refresh for all the shop each day, for 1 day, and you'll purchase 20 times. Collect high win rewards 10 times, easy. 500 stamina, easy. Guild 2 days, easy. And I've not been in, I missed yesterday, unfortunately. But you can see, like, clear premium quests, perform 70 draws. This is easier than it sounds. We have 20 free 10 draws. So this will account for this slowly. Clear the Burntuar 1 4 times. We'll go through that in a moment. And clear 5 daily quests. Again, really, really simple. There's no real challenge, and it's completely free to play. By completing it, you'll get 500 gems here, another 500 gems here, and at 9 you get a free copy of Buster Sword Origin, which is the new monthly purchase for Crisis Dungeons. Let's say new weapon showcase. Let's go, before we go into the new weapon showcase, let's just point out what I said here. We have got a new winter draw. Now, as it shows, on Wednesdays, 5-star rates are doubled. And on Sundays, it has a 50% increase. This is worth doing. Don't miss out on it. Don't do what I did, which is completely forget to play for a day. It's not worth it. Like, get in, do your content. It's worth it. Even if you only do these. We got some extra tickets recently. I think we got an Angel weapon part ticket recently. If you're like me, you're just saying like, hey, can't bother to pull, so you just save them. If you're wondering if you should be saving tickets or not, we're meant to be getting a new unit at the end of January, so maybe you want to save your 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star blank tickets, so you can try and get a certain new unit at a higher OB. Maybe it might help. Pretty much that is the news section. So this is now for the units and talking about the new weapon. This would normally be done by Nightlight, but as I said, he is currently burnt out, so I'm currently helping out with taking videos on it. This video is going on Nightlight's channel for now. Just obviously you've seen it on Nightlight's channel, but if you see it on another channel, that means that Night has said, hey, we're gonna take a pause on the channel. We don't know what's going to happen yet. I'm still waiting for him to get back to me. So you may see a comment under this video at some point that says, hey, we're going to be posting on this channel, and we'll try and let people know what's going on temporarily while we figure out what's going on. Let's not go to draw. Let's go into showcasing the ultimate weapon first, because the game doesn't make it easy for me. Medal exchange, ultimates, and I wonder if it's going to show it. No, of course not. I have to go into something else because the game doesn't make it easy for me. It's Mako Gem Exchange. Yuffie's weapon Conformer. Yes, she has finally been given her ultimate weapon, and oh boy, it's an ultimate weapon and a half. The weapon skill is called Ferocity, 60-second charge, but 20 seconds into the fight you can use it. Why is this so powerful? Well, it's 2000 potency, so it's essentially the same potency on physical and magical that Genji Blade is, but it does P-Def down and M-Def down at high potency immediately for 30 seconds. If it's already up already, then it'll be extending it for a further 30 seconds. And it immediately gives you 7 ATB. That's maxing your ATB gauge out pretty much. Just because. Like, literally, just for the sake of it, it just maxes your ATB out. That is ridiculous. It's essentially a free haste in the most simplest way of explaining it. Comes with ability potency, so nothing special. At level 20 or 20 points, that's still a level 3. That's still a really nice increase. Then you get this ATB boost Arcanum. This is another Arcanum boost. Why is that so strong? Well, Arcanum is 4 ATB. Just by having this weapon on, not even using it, just by having this weapon attached to Yuffie at level 120, you get access to 4 ATB. Now, what if you're not able to take it to 120, take it to 110? That's still 3 ATB because it sits at around 22 points roughly. At the time it gets to 110 or something equivalent to that. So you're going to be at ATB plus 3 or ATB plus 4, depending if you've got mithril ingots available, just by having it attached. That's going to be so strong in future fights. And if you are able to get this weapon, it's going to help you out a lot. Well, what if you haven't built Yuffie? If you haven't built Yuffie yet, I wouldn't actually go to pull for this. Equally, if you happen to pull this ultimate weapon, you should then start building Yuffie. Like, if you pull an ultimate weapon for a unit and you haven't built them, I recommend building them. Unless it's like you really dislike them. And that's just because Yuffie is so strong. But a lot of people, myself included, did sleep on the idea of her before. I hate the wording for that because it's Yuffie, but you know what I mean? Like, we didn't use her before because we didn't really want to. Now we're seeing that she's very strong and on par with like Kate Sith, Vincent, and Jill. They're able to do actually all the DLC units, or extra units. All units that are very strong and able to do stuff that weren't part of the core series. But if we got a new Yuffie weapon, it probably means we got another new weapon as well. And we'll get to that in a moment. But let's show off Yuffie's winter outfit, because as you may guess, Yuffie also got a banner weapon. This is Holiday Cheer Reindeer. This is a double wind outfit. And what do I mean by double wind outfit? Well, it's Wind Arcanum, but it also comes with boost wind potency at wind ability damage 25%. Well, that doesn't really sound double until you realize how much wind kit Yuffie actually has. This will be Yuffie's, I believe, third wind weapon. This means that she has magical and physical, who can both use this outfit and both appreciate essentially a free 60% wind ability damage increase. That's neutral. You do not need to worry about if it's physical attack or magical attack, because they didn't put that bonus on the outfit. It's just pure wind. If you have the other two weapons at high OB and you're like, should I build her? Yeah, go for it. This is going to be a very strong outfit because of the amount of wind weapons she has. Notably, all three wind weapons are permanent wind weapons, which means they constantly sit in the banner and they're going to constantly be available for you to pull on. Now, like I said, there's three, and you might know at least two of them. And if I just jump over to Yuffie before we get into actually showcasing the new weapon, you have Dynatray, which is physical for Twister, and we have Magic Shuriken, another physical. Interestingly, 4639 and 4639, both do physical attack and wind potency. But then you've got this beauty. Let's see if I can quickly showcase it here. Holiday Bell, magic attack, wind boost. This is an interesting weapon. I don't massively like some of the abilities, but I like what it can do overall. This is low to mid wind resist, which then becomes low to high at OB6 and OB10 as well, actually. And MDEF down, low to mid at base and low to high from OB6 onwards. 62 points in magic attack. Why is that important? Well, if you only get one copy and you're a free-to-play player, or you actually get it to OB1, yes, they have OB1 data in this game, but devs, please, can you give us back 120 base 5-star? I spent 7 months making cards so people can see OB1 data, not for you to take away the base 5-star data in this game. If you take this to OB1, it's still 42 points in magic attack. That's level 5, approaching level 6 territory in main hand. If it's in offhand, that's still 21 points. That's level 3 territory by itself, getting again close to level 4. Now, I say by in the offhand because you can put this in the offhand for Yuffie and put, I believe it's Magic Shuriken in the main hand, and it works. You wouldn't think it because, well, they say boost physical attack on the stat, and you just ignore that, honestly. It's a small sacrifice for a massive wind boost. And this makes all this, because you can hit boost attack so easily. Like level 7, you're overcapping here. You do not need it. Like when it says 62 points, that means you can run it in offhand at OB10, 31, that sits between 4 and 5. And you will hit boost magic attack super, super easily. I'll see if we can find some way to put a comment below at some point, or maybe in the description, about what a perfect build we have for Yuffie, because I do know someone who has one of those. I'll have a look into it. As I said, it does wind breach, wind resist down, wind breach, what we want to call it, from low to high. Now, that is the downside. We don't like having two-step attacks, but it's also a primary form of attack for you. It's her only magical wind weapon. So if you do magical wind damage, that's what you're really going to use. But then it's also MDEF down. So you don't have to look at it as, it's bad, because you have to do it 2 times to get to high. Look at it as, oh, I was already going to be doing wind magic damage and wanting M-Def down. Oh, now I'm also getting a free breach. If you want to look at it another way and you need to do breach fast, you can use a wind breach materia that recently came to the game. And then go wind breach, straight into this attack, an instant high within 4 ATB. Remember, if you have Yuffie and her ultimate, you can use this attack in the very first second. You can put a breach on the unit, on the boss, before the boss even has a chance to decide what to do in the game. It's ridiculous, honestly. Also notice, like, at OP10 is 698 points. Now, I'm pretty sure, and I'm actually going to have to go and check one of these other weapons, but 698 is not a common, like, amount of stats. I believe actually 698 is extremely high. Like, we get 784, we see like 80s and 70s, but not 90s. We're approaching the 700 range. So there is power creep in this weapon. What do you think about the weapon? Do you like it? I would personally say, if you have Yuffie's weapons built, whether purposely or accidentally, to like OB6 on the other 2 wind weapons, then yeah, this wind weapon's pretty damn good. However, I would also say, stop here. Like, stop at the first ticket and get her outfit. Because I know that there's another banner coming. I know that because of the banners, what this provides. This is letting you choose between 2 outfits. I should have probably mentioned this. It gives you Yuffie's outfit and Lucia's. That's important because it says Volume 1, and naturally that means Volume 2 is going to come. And Volume 2 has Tifa's outfit in it. Now, most of you lot won't care about Tifa's outfit because it is an Ice Mastery, Ice Arcanum. Can't remember which one it is. It's an Ice something. But it means that there's another weapon coming. And likely with another outfit. So if you want to pull for this, go for it. If you want to hold off a bit and wait till the next banner comes out, do that as well. If you want to just skip it altogether because you haven't built Yuffie, completely fine. The only time I would say maybe start to build Yuffie is if you either got her anniversary outfit, which I'll be honest, I kind of wish I did get, I just didn't pick it up, or you get this ultimate. You get that ultimate, you start to build Yuffie, because this weapon by itself will help carry so many units. Now, I just want to bring up this with a reward bonus before I leave. There is a Christmas event going on. It's Burntuar. Now, just heads up, there's no story this time. They kind of removed the story. I hate that they've done that, but devs do what they've got to do. But it's important because if you're like, oh, well, I need to pull Yuffie because of the Christmas event. Well, the good news is you don't have to. This is honestly one of the better things about EverCrisis. It rewards you for previous events. If I go in and say, hey, I want to fight Burntuar EX2, under bonus details, you can see what outfits can be used. Now, the Christmas outfit New Year have higher potency and percentages. At OB6, this will give you 100% chance to 100% increase to bonus. This will give you 20% by itself. However, all the last year's stuff is equivalent to an OB6 version of the free weapon that came with this event, which, by the way, was Sephiroth's Wintercrest Bride. Just for context, in case I don't make another video for this, the next winter free weapon is going to be Angel. Don't know what the banner weapon is. We don't know what it is yet. Haven't seen any details. But you can use previous gear stuff. So if you're like, oh, I really need some extra points, don't worry. Honestly, you can just slap on a bunch of this kit and it'll work. Personally, I'm putting on a Aerith, and I use Aerith's wind weapon alongside Fairy Snowfall. Sometimes I use her Bahama outfit if we need more damage, and I've just slapped on I think I put this on in the background as well because of the high boost magic attack. That's what I'm running for kit. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you're running, whether you're going to pull or not. And let me know how I did for this video. I apologize, it's been over 25 minutes and I have rambled. I'm just going to end this with thank you for watching the video. If you can, please, I said it earlier, but please leave a message for Nightlight below and let him know how much these videos and his guides have helped you in EverCrisis. I'll hopefully make another video before the end of the year, and in case I don't, have a lovely Christmas, have a lovely New Year, and take care. Goodbye.